Hi, this is JR, the expat in Saigon. I'm here today at Saigon Star Coffee. I have a little story to tell you and a little bit about Vietnamese beer culture. In Vietnam, people like to drink beer. They love beer. It's a really popular drink. It's like one of the top countries in Southeast Asia for beer drinking. The interesting thing is they have a culture they call beer vagna. This means that they eat with their beer. They always have snacks and food when they're drinking. So that reminded me of something that happened to me a long time ago. During and after World War II, my grandfather and grandmother ran a little tavern across from the Red River Arsenal and Army Depot near Texarkana, Texas. The little tavern only served beer. They had sandwiches and some beer snacks. The beer snacks usually were pickled eggs, dill pickled eggs, and pickled sausages. The workers in the arsenal used to come in after their shifts. They'd have a sandwich, or sometimes they'd have a cold beer and maybe a pickled egg or a pickled sausage. We had a jukebox there too. It played some oldies. I can remember a few of the tunes from the jukebox, but sadly on YouTube I probably can't play them back. For a kid my age at the time, about 4, the tavern was a great place. And I enjoyed playing with the jukebox. The customers used to give me the money to go push the buttons, and I knew all the songs and the buttons. So I was the official jukebox monitor, I guess you'd say. But it was a lot of fun, and I never forget it. It's a part of my life I'll never forget. The pickled eggs are really a reminder. I can eat one of those pickled eggs and have a sip of beer, and it brings back so many memories. It's a great thing. I thought that pickled eggs would be a great thing here in Vietnam, and I decided to make some. It fits right in with the beer culture. I'm using quail eggs, and I changed the vinegar from apple cider vinegar to white vinegar and a little bit of balsamic vinegar to give it a little sweetness. I guess you'd call this pickled quail egg fusion. Anyway, I'm going to head to the house and make some of these eggs and show you how it's done. They're really a great beer snack. I think you'll enjoy them if you'll take the time to make some. By the way, the Vietnamese people that have tried my pickled eggs, they really like them, so not a problem here. It just takes a few ingredients to make great pickled quail eggs. It takes 60 boiled quail eggs to make a liter of pickles. Only takes a couple of minutes to boil these. You can find out how to do that online easily. I like carrots. Usually I put 2 in mine. Today I only put 1 because that's all I had. Some chopped onions are nice. I like the baby onions too. If I do baby onions, I usually put a few more because I like those. Mild and hot local peppers are really good. I also like the little small cayenne peppers. And fresh chopped dill weed. I usually freeze dill weed because it makes it easier and less messy to chop. Let's put it all together. Here's my 1 liter glass jar. I'm just going to throw in a heaping teaspoon of salt. I like to layer the ingredients when I put them in. It makes a nice looking dish, especially when you fill it all the way to the top with eggs. Didn't have enough this time. Not sure why not. Either Rhea snacked on them or we didn't get enough when we bought them. I think the carrots really make it pretty. A lot of things don't change the taste of the pickled eggs much. Of course the peppers do, but they do change the character of the dish And they're an interesting taste and an interesting texture when you're eating them later. So let's kick in some onions. Put in the last of the eggs, and you'll see the jar is not full, and usually 60 eggs does fill the jar. And last, we put in our dill. Dill's what really kicks these eggs up a notch. When it comes time to put in the wet stuff, the first ingredient's water. I like to fill it a third of the way up to the top of the ingredients with water. You can use hot water, you can use cool water, it doesn't really matter. The next third is going to be white vinegar. White vinegar gives the eggs a real tart taste. I like it. I used to use apple cider vinegar, but I changed it because I like the tart taste. You can top it off with a 50-50 mixture of soy sauce and balsamic vinegar. The more balsamic, the sweeter it'll be. It gives a little sweet taste to the pickled eggs. Personally, I like to use a little more soy sauce and a little less balsamic. For me, that's the right taste, but you can do it to your own taste. There's no rules in this. You can make them like you like them. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Ray is going to shake them up a little bit. Usually I just shake them side to side so that they stay layered, but she's giving it a vigorous shake. When you finish, just put them in the ref for 7 days. After about 3 days, you can open them up, taste them, see if they're spicy enough, or see if you need a little bit more vinegar. Just do it to your own taste. There's no rules in this game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the recipe, and we'll try making the pickled eggs yourself. It's a great thing with beer. In a few days, we're going to be releasing a video all about beer. Ray is going to tell us about the Philippines, the beer they drink, and what food they like to eat with it. I'm going to talk about Vietnam's beer culture, the most popular beer here, and the types of food that they do with that. We'll also be testing our pickled eggs and see how they came out. I think you ought to stay tuned for this one. I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah, what do you think?
I think the pickle should be good.
This is the Expat in Saigon saying thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
Bye.
Goodbye.